Yeah,
like
I think
from
that's
your
what
bank
I think that's what Elon Musk is trying to do
with Twitter,
Yeah,
with X now.
exactly. X. He's like a crazy genius. He's gonna. I heard someone saying like he launched SpaceX just so he can send like satellites as if it's for SpaceX just to control the world or something.
I wouldn't. So I've read all of his books, and I do consider him a total freaking alien level genius. Like he just does not seem like a guy from our times.
Yeah.
Like the amount of productivity that guy. When you read his books, there's only one outcome that you'll come out with. You'll think that I'm not doing enough with my time.
Yeah.
He does 15 things on a daily basis every single day that would otherwise require a whole month individually
Yeah.
for each thing.
Exactly. He's
Like he
insane.
is insane when it comes to I don't know how his brain works, but even in his interviews, he has said this that it's actually not fun to be me because I have a condition
chaos.
because I cannot stop thinking. That's a thing.
Yeah.
Imagine that being a thing that you cannot stop thinking of new concepts or ideas.
I think success is like a sickness as well in itself, you know? In any way. Like I think social media creators, it's like in your blood to get views, you know? Like you're just like always like stressed about it. I remember when I was daily vlogging, I used to upload a video and watch the chart go up and down and figure out if I need to change the thumbnail. It was like a disease.
I mean, it's like no matter how much you try to ignore these views, you can't.
Yeah, it's like everyone's like, oh, just upload and ignore it. Like at one point, it was like it was a disease. Like I just sit there watching the charts. Let me change the thumbnail. Let me change the title. Like it was like literally I couldn't move off my laptop until it was like perfect. You know?
Yeah,
That's true.
I agree with you. I think when it comes to social media, and you probably know a lot more than us, but when it comes to social media, unless and until you treat social media as a thing that you have to hire a team for,
Yeah,
you're gonna burn out at some point.
exactly.
I feel like it happens with so many YouTubers. It has happened with me. I'm sure it has happened with you too.
Yeah.
That we've never actually considered it like a company. For example, if a company is producing a product,
Yeah,
it came up with like this new viral product that everybody wants. It would go on to hire a marketeer for that product. It would go on to hire a social media team. It would go on to hire a production team and all these different teams that are handling that one product. In social media world, you are the product. We are the product.
yeah,
And we try to control all aspects of marketing, producing, editing, thinking, creative, pre-production, post-production, title creation, graphic designing, everything ourselves. And that's where the burnout phase comes. And that's where the creativity takes a downturn.
yeah,
And that's where you realize that, oh shit, I am not doing as well as I used to. I used to do 3 years ago or 4 years ago, because you forgot what your real job was, which was creativity,
yeah.
not production.
Exactly.
But then you're trying to keep up with, we're trying to keep up with the views and all. Everything else.
Yeah, I think
comes
those
crashing
times
down.
of like just being that single YouTuber, it just doesn't work anymore. Because now
Not
it's like
anymore.
everyone's upping the game. Like, look at Mr. Beast. The guy is like bigger than Netflix right now. You know, he has a production level the same as I don't know, Amazon or something. You know, so I think it's slowly going to be harder. I mean, look, in every industry, it's going to become harder to compete, right?
Of course.
So I think the times of like just being that kid, you know, that YouTube dream is like slowly dying. Of that, oh, just a kid in the basement with a camera. I mean, it still works to an extent, but like it's just getting more and more competitive. I think
sure.
to stand out, you need to do a lot more. And that's why you see like nowadays live streamers doing the most. Like they're in streets fighting and just jumping at their screens, like speed, you know, like they have to really stand out.
That guy's crazy.
Like the guy just like jumps into his monitor. Like if he's not crazy, I don't know who is.
Bro, I don't understand that guy. Although I love
love
the
him.
persona that I see. I love what I see. But I like, a part of you just thinks like this is an act, but you're telling me behind
It's real. It's real.
off camera that it's all real.
It is. I've seen it. I've seen not Speed. I've seen similar people to him, and like you can't keep up with these guys. They're a different breed. It's like they're a different human, you know. So
I saw the video. I was talking about that video in India. Speed went to India and he gets bit by a snake.
Yeah.
The way he reacted, I've never seen another human being or would ever see another human being react that way. He literally went on the ground, took off his pants, and he was just like going like, he's just going like this. Like,
I don't
and I was
know.
like, what are you doing? And they're like, bro, there are more than 50 people in the room, including police,
Yeah.
who are protecting him. And he goes up to the police with no pants and he goes like, you're supposed to protect me. You're supposed and he's like going like this. And I was like, oh my God, I've never seen anything like this.
Yeah, it's like it's just
It's such high energy content.
you can't keep up with it. I think nowadays for kids to stand out, that's the goal, right? Just
The
I mean, you saw
benchmark.
with Fusi even. I don't know if you watch Fusi, you know?
Not anymore. I used to though, a lot.
Same, but I think recently he started streaming again, and like I think he figured out the formula, I guess. So he called like the police on himself and said, "Oh, they're shooting me." He went to like a mental asylum for a couple
Okay,
months.
so talking
Oh,
about
really?
YouTube.
Yeah,
Wait, hold on. Wait.
yeah,
Did you hear what he said? He said Fuzi went to a mental asylum for a couple
Yeah.
of months. I did not
Really?
know that.
yeah. Because he called the cops on himself, saying they're shooting me, and they arrested him. And I don't know if they legally had to take him to a mental asylum, but I think like nowadays social media is so tough. It's either you have to be crazy or no one's gonna care. And I think that's what we watch. Like that's like as a human, are you gonna watch someone like being normal, or the extreme, which is that's what you tend to watch. It's
I
dangerous.
do agree with you when it comes to the audience retention being the key point here.
Mm.
Yeah.
So if you don't retain your audience for
Yeah.
a longer period of time, YouTube is not going to prefer your or give out your content to more and more people.
Yeah.
So I do understand what you're saying. So you have to be extra crazy. However, at the same time, Joe Rogan seems to be working just fine.
Yeah.
His content is all long form.
So I was saying, like, there's a couple ways. Obviously, Mr. Beast is not crazy in the way he acts. It's either you have to be. Like, Joe Rogan's also been doing it for a while.
20 years.
I don't think a new person could come in with the same formula and keep up. Does that make sense? He's been doing it for years, so obviously that storyline of he's been doing how many X amount, and the people he brings on his podcast, right? If you had Speed or Mr. Beast or bigger guests, it gets views. But obviously, I think there needs to be like a standout point for new creators.
Mm.
I don't see new podcasts unless they're very consistent. Look, you can't be consistent. I'm just saying to really stand out. I'm saying to be the biggest fish. Like obviously, you're gonna do mildly well whatever you do. If you just work hard enough. But like to really be the biggest, you have to stand out.